Double honor to our elders and apostles and elder bishops through well. Salutations to the whole elect out there pushing this word, truth, sincerity, and indeed. We are a branch of the branch of Great Millstone, Chicago. Reporting live from the belly of the beast another week with some more. Why?
Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets that have been before me and before the of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence.
Yeah, that's what we out here for. Tear down Babylon and come against it. The same as our Lord and power. So we're going to start off, somebody get 2 Ezra, the 9th chapter. Start at verse 1. Because there are 3 wildfires that are burning in 5 counties out in California right now, in the midst of everything else that's happening in the world. And nobody else is talking about it the way we're talking about it. Right? They had a debate, similar, it wasn't even a debate. It was a controlled, loaded question, and loaded statements. All right? That was done by the network. The real issues weren't talked about. Being the injuries from the people who took the Pokemon, right? You know, all the excess deaths, you know, from the people who took the Band-Aid, you know, the continual chemtrails, the food shortages, right? Why billions upon billions, even trillions at this point, trillions of dollars of money that should be going to support the infrastructure of this country are going to other places. The real issues weren't talked about, right? They had nothing but a bunch of loaded questions and loaded statements, man, to control the narrative. And then you notice too, every time Trump got speaking, the commentators would intervene. I noticed it. I watched it back maybe about 20 minutes ago. And what I noticed is every time that Trump went to speak, they would intervene. When everybody came on the Harris scope, they let her speak, you know. And she never answered the question. They would ask her questions, a particular question, and she would talk in circles and talk about everything else, and never answer the question that was asked. And I'm like, well, she never answered the question, right? Here you're going to get the real news, the real skin, what's really going on, all right?
I just seen the video where they asked Kamala about her tax money and all of that she was spending. And she was like, well, we pretty much, long story short, she said, well, we haven't had to spend any taxpayer money because there are no active duty soldiers on any active war fields or whatever. And then the camera turned around, there was a group of soldiers like, where the fuck we at?
On active duty. in a fight, in a danger zone. It was like, well, where the fuck we at there? So she's just outright lying to you, and you people love to have it so. You love to hear the smooth shit. You don't want to hear the real shit. Right. You listen to music with filthy ass lyrics, but then we speak the truth. You got a problem with it. Yeah. All right? Go ahead, bro.
This is the book of 2 Ezra 9:1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before. And while we measure the times by the way of the prophecies, you know, everything that's going on around the world, we connected to biblical prophecies in the Bible. It says, verse 2, then shalt thou understand that it's the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Right, that's what Yahweh is doing right now, man. He's visiting this world. That's why a lot of things are going on around the world, about the world, man. You know, wars and rumors of wars, things of that nature. It says, verse 3, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, which we're seeing a lot of, man. Every country that you look in, there's some type of major event that's going on, man. Whether it be the people coming up against their governments, whether it be things about the economy, or the case may be. You know? It says, verse 4, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things in the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Right? These things was planned out since the beginning, man. You know?
got scriptures, man.
Go ahead and bring it out, brother.
All right, this is Psalm 55:21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. So this man won't tell you what's going on for real. You get over, like you said, every time when you overseas, and the motherfuckers back home don't have a clue as to what the fuck's going on.
Oh yeah, when you go on them ops when they collect up everybody's IDs because you're not there.
Exactly.
They collect up the dog tags.
That's
You're not
it.
really supposed to be there.
Hey.
But nevertheless, man, like you just said, this woman got on national TV and said that we don't have any troops in active combat zones. And then you had the troops that were in the active combat zone saying, "What the fuck we at there?" All right? Because they're on that camera watching this live, and then they put the camera on themselves. They're in a live fucking combat zone. All right? So you can't trust these people. These people are liars, man.
They found out they on their own.
Right? They're liars. All right? But going back to that, go back to that second Ezra. Read verse 3 again.
2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world.
And there's been more earthquakes in the last 10 years than since the time that they've been keeping records of. We're probably up in the 20s of thousands now, right? And there's been uproars in damn near every country, man. Damn near every country, right? And I believe it's like 59. Somebody find out, not you got something already. Somebody find out how many countries have applied for BRICS membership. So I had a conversation with a girl yesterday. She makes a whole living off of helping you to build for your future. You know, with your 401ks and your trust funds and your insurance policies and all that stuff. Well, and I told her, I said, well, just know. I said, it's good that you make your money, you make your bread. Because I know when we were kids. So we sat down, we had a nice little sit down. You know, have some coffee, some snacks, and we talked about 2 hours. It was a heavy conversation, right? And she received the gospel, right? And she actually excited about it. That's rare, you know. And in conversation, I told her I believe she's a Benjamin. Because someone loved you. I said, because you don't act like a typical black woman. Then I named a few names. She said, this do not laugh. Remember, we grew up together, so we know a lot of the same people. So when I named a couple names, she was like, yeah, I don't act like that. I said, yeah, you don't. Yeah. And I said, even when we were kids, you were never like, she was always the one trying to seek conflict resolution. She never wanted no trouble. She was always about her schoolwork, She was a decent woman. She wasn't like these other people. Right. And then so when I named a couple names, she was like, oh, yeah, I get it. But but the point is that I let her know that the system that you making all this money in is collapsing on itself. Nobody's using it. You're trying to get all these people to invest and use their dollars to do this, to do that, the dollar's dead. It's dead before. Nobody's using it. All the dollars are about to come back to America. They're coming back now. That's why prices continually keep going up. And it's not that, and the truth of the matter is, it's not that the prices are going up, it's the value of the dollar is going down. So now it just costs you more dollars to buy the same shit you bought before, right? But something that would normally cost you 10. Matter of fact, the shit we had yesterday, 2 pastries, we had 2 pastries, a cup of coffee, right, and a cookie, right? And that shit was like $25, right? So I'm like, we done bought this shit back when we done did this shit in the 80s and the 90s. We done barely spent $10 to do that shit, right? I said, this shit, why does you get 2 pastries, a cup of coffee, and a damn cookie cost you $25 fucking bucks? That's a couple fancy restaurants. I could have sat down and had a whole dinner. So I'm like, if you can understand that the dollar is dead, man. Because I tell you what, in 1980, 1990, it wouldn't have cost you that much to have. That would have been like $5, $6, if that. for all of that, right? The dollar is dying, right? It's dying. It's on a life support, and it's not working. The family's sitting back talking. What they gonna do? All right.
Okay, this is as of September 12, 2024. 34 countries have expressed interest in joining the BRICS economic group. The BRICS group is made up of Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, with Iran, Egypt, Ethiopia, and the United Arab Emirates joining in January 2024.
Okay, so 36 countries. Now look how many are part of them already. I think it's like 59 or 100 and something. How many? Find it out. So there's a few more. Bring it out, brother. And we already know that many of those countries that he's talking about are NATO EU countries, American partners. And Trump has already said when he gets in, he's going to cut the EU and NATO off. He already telling you that. Well, they don't pay, right? So that's why they don't want him to get in. But regardless, they got to separate and break up. It's scripture. It's got to happen, man. All right? You got to bring it out, man.
Also designed to join the organization. Algeria, Argentina, Bangladesh, Nepal, Belarus, Bolivia, Venezuela, Vietnam, Honduras, Egypt, Indonesia.
Great. Start again, brother.
Algeria, Argentina, Bangladesh, Bahrain, Belarus, Bolivia, Venezuela, Vietnam, Honduras, Egypt, Indonesia, Iran, Cuba, Kazakhstan, Kuwait, Morocco, Nigeria, Palestine, Saudi Arabia, Senegal, Thailand.
That's 29 right there. He said that how many more want to join? What was it, 36?
34.
34, man. 34. It's a wrap, man. And a lot of these nations were nations that were doing business. Every nation that he just named is no longer using the American dollar. All right? You have to understand that. And we saw this way back in 2012. China and Russia, we thought it was over there.
I thought it was over.
All right?
It's done.
We was ready to do the dance. Right? But we didn't really understand that Trump still had a role to play. Right? And it wasn't going to happen just like that. Right? Okay?
76.
We thought it was over.
No, that's good. Now finish that second answer and we're going to get to the fight.
Second answer was 9 and 3 again.
No, start 4.
Second answer was 9 and 4. Then shall you well understand that the Most High spoke of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world has a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest.
Right, so the end is manifest, it's showing itself. The end of this system of things. It's not the end of the world, it's the end of Esau. That's right. And it was a beautiful thing explaining to the system. The whole John 6:16, that each nation is a world. Somebody real quick, somebody get John 17:9, somebody get Isaiah 45:17. Right? Because in Genesis, each one of those nations that were created is a world. Right? And the Lord is coming back for the world that he came from. See, that's something that they didn't explain, because the definition of world that was fed to Americans and to the rest of the world via the fraud of Christianity is that God so loved the world, but wait a minute, everybody. No, that's not what it's talking about. Right? The Isaiah 45:17.
This is from Isaiah 45:17. It says, but Israel shall be saved in the Lord Yahweh with an everlasting salvation. Ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end.
There it is, man. The world of Israel. Each one of the 18 nations that created is a world. Right? And Israel shall be the world that won't be confounded and won't have an end.
I got the John 17:9. I also got the
Go ahead, brother.
John 17:9. It says, I pray for them, I pray not for the world, for them which thou hast given me.
Wait, he prays for them, he prays not for the world. Right? You read that scripture to a Christian and they don't know what to say. They stumped. And I have no reason. There was God so loved the world. Well, right here, he's saying he prayed not for the world. Buffalo. Stutter.
That's not what that means.
Then what does it mean?
What the fuck do it mean then?
Right.
Well, I believe. Now, quick side note, I let this Christian lady, I let her read Most High Love Jacob. I hated Esau. I let her read it. She said, God never hated Esau. Immediately right after she read it. And I'm just like, that's a typical Christian, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
In denial.
In denial, man.
Yeah.
This is cognitive.
Extreme.
Extreme, right.
Not normal. Extreme cognitive dissonance.
This is Hebrews chapter 1, verse 2. It says, everybody's going to start with it. Most High hath in sundry times and in diverse manners taken the time past unto the fathers by the prophets, hath in these last days spoken unto us by his Son, whom he hath appointed heir of all things, by whom also he made the world. Which that word right there means ages, or the time.
The definition of the word world, the Greek word cosmos, it means an active and harmonious arrangement of constitution and order or government.
Right, and this is the Greek word that is in God's
Right. And that government is the nation of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel. It's a new covenant when New Jerusalem comes down. Right. The government over the whole world, over all hills and mountains. Right. Hills and mountains represent big governments and small governments. And the Israelites are going to be the rulers of everything, all of it. Right. Under the authority of the Lord. All right.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 9 and verse 6. It says, for unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulders. Ooh. And his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty Power, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace.
So now that we there, hold what you got. Somebody go to Revelation 7. And let's give a roll call of who that government is. Because I explained to her how we know younger than with different bodies, you know, and that the Israelites is going to be the new government here on earth, all 12 tribes. And unlike a lot of women, she was like this. She was like, I can't, when is this going to happen? I was like, damn, that's the good mindset to have. I can do nothing but laugh and smile. You know?
Anti-Lot wife. She ain't got the spirit of Lot. She ready to get the fuck out of here.
She gets it. She gets it. And that's this beautiful thing to see when our people get it, especially in so-called black people. Right? Normally, I won't even have a conversation with her at this point. No, at 4, when it starts with the breakdown.
Revelation 7 and 4. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel.
That's your new government that he just spoke of, and he just read about. All right, go ahead.
Of the tribes of Judah were sealed 12,000.
That's 12,000 judges from that tribe.
Of the tribe of Reuben were sealed 12,000.
Reuben, stand up. Go ahead.
Of the tribe of Gad were sealed 12,000.
There it is.
Of the tribe of Asher were sealed 12,000.
That's four tribes now.
Of the tribe of Naphtali were sealed 12,000.
5 is power.
Of the tribes of Manasseh were sealed 12,000.
Now we at 6.
Of the tribe of Simeon were sealed 12,000.
With the number completion.
Of the tribe of Levi were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Issachar were sealed 12,000.
Should be 3 more.
Of the tribe of Zebulun were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Joseph were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Benjamin were sealed 12,000.
Right, Benjamin was the baby, the last one. Right, that's your new government here on earth when New Jerusalem comes down. And it happens. Keep the next one about the next multitude.
After this, I beheld and lo, a great multitude, which no man could number, of all nations, and kindreds, and people and tongues.
And the elders use that to say, see, the other people too. You know, those are the scattered Israelites amongst those people. And we proved it 1,000 times over. All right? Baruch, told me, real quick.
This is Toby. Chapter 13. First time this morning, Baruch 2 and 1 to Baruch 4.
Yeah, 230 through 35.
This is the book of
No, let him read that one first. Toby first.
This is Tobit chapter 13, verse 3. Confess him before the Gentiles, the children of Israel, for he has scattered us among them.
Plain and simple. Right? Isaiah 16:4 tells you how the Lord hid so-called black men among the trees. He hid them among them. Right? That's what he did. What you refer to as black men. He hid them among them. Right? And it shows, because they the ones keep a real hip-hop alive. Breakdance, battling and shit in the streets, coming out their clothes, up rocking and shit. Right. Right.
I just seen the whole video. It was a Jake, but he looked just like a Moabite. He was standing amongst the brothers that was out there teaching, and they was like, nah, bro. He was like, my father is a so-called Latino, but he was like, my mother is an Asian woman, and he looked just like an Asian woman. I mean, an Asian man.
It is.
But he was definitely Jake. You can see it in his spirit.
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
This is the book of Baruch 2 and 30. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people, but in the land of their captivities they shall remember themselves.
So the Israelites are still in captivity. Go. Keep reading to 35. Bro.
Verse 31, and shall know that I am the Lord their power, for I will give them an heart and ears to hear. And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity and think upon my name.
And that's only going to be the 1/3. Because the 2/3, well, you can see. Well, you can't see. Right? All this golden knowledge that if you were to learn this in school, it would cost you thousands of dollars. Right here for free. All right? Far superior to any college education you can actually learn, in all honesty, as far as it comes to history, the truth. All right, go ahead.
Verse 33, and return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds, for they shall remember the way of their fathers, which sinned before the Lord. And I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and they shall be lords of it, and I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished.
So that's when New Jerusalem is set up, not before. And the Wadi al Shai, we're in that spirit of second Ezra. For all these things that happen, the Lord is starting to visit the world which He made. Let's finish that second Ezra. Go ahead. Yeah, I think you would be at 5 and 6.
Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 5. 6. Second Ezra 9 and 6. Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings of wonder and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye have believed, shall be preserved from the said evils.
Right, and those evils are coming, man. And if you're in the right spirit, you should be constantly praying for them to come. You should be sending up the curses on this place daily, sending up blessings on yourself, your family, and the brotherhood daily. All right, every day. Okay. And that's all. Every Jake that believes, women too. You should be praying. All right. You few righteous sisters out there that's listening to you. All right.
Yep. Second Ezra 9. It says, Second Ezra 9 and 9. Stuck, y'all finished?
You know what they gonna say? They'll come back. They'll come back to 9. They're gonna have to say that for the end. All right. So what were we at? We were at you was holding that article. So before you get that article, Isaiah 28 and 29 about fires and storms and all that. Because America, the world has been being plagued with fires and storms, left and right and left. Non-stop. Yeah, see, it's funny. Northern Southern people come together, right? They coming together and bring right? I was gonna say that this is the food. That's a spectacular fun. Go ahead, brother. 28 and I think it's 2. Maybe 6. 2. And then Isaiah 29 and 6.
There's Isaiah 28, and I start at verse 1. It says, woe to the crown of pride, to the drunkards of Ephraim, whose glorious beauty is a fading flower, which are on the head of the fat bellies of them that are overcome with wine. Behold, the Lord hath the mighty and the strong ones, which as a tempest of hail and destroying storm, as a flood of mighty waters overflowing, shall cast down to the earth with the hand.
The Lord has destroyed a lot of people's properties, a lot of countries, a lot of land, a lot of wealth, and a lot of food with storms and with fire. All right? A lot in this last decade or so. Continuously, non-stop. All right? Whether it came from heaven or he had Esau. Because we know Esau was playing with their toys in a couple of these events that happened. Right. With these mass fires. Right. Typically in land that they wanted, but people weren't willing to sell. And all of a sudden these firestorms hit. Those coincidences. Get the one in 29.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 29, verse 6. It says, thou shalt be visited of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua, Lord of hosts, with thunder, and with earthquake, and great noise, with storm and tempest, on the flame of devouring fire.
And the flame of devouring fire. Yashua, tell them about what you were telling me about on the way here.
There was a video from wildfires from a couple years ago, where you see a flame jump across the street to get on the other side. It's like the flame had a spirit on it to jump across the street to go to the other side.
Yeah, I saw that.
It was like a spider wing.
It literally went across. You know what? Now that I think about it, I saw that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Brought it back to my memory. I actually saw that. That's the spirit, man. They said that there's spirit in the fire. Fire actually has a spirit in it.
It's a spirit.
Okay? As a matter of fact, before we read those articles, get it in the spirit of vengeance.
It's a spirit of vengeance.
Go ahead, brother.
Go ahead, Lon. This revelation.
Yeah, this is Sirach chapter 39, verse 28, 27. All these things are good for the godly, so to the sinners they are turned into evil. Verse 28, it says, there be spirits that are created for vengeance.
So there be spirits that are created for vengeance. All right? Now the Lord's going to describe what those spirits come like and how they are. Read.
Which in their fury lay on sore stroke.
So a sore stroke is meaning that you're being given pain. So when the spirit is executing the vengeance of the Lord, it's causing someone pain. Read.
In the time of destruction, they pour out their force to appease the wrath of him that made.
But it actually appeases the Lord because He's the one who sent the spirit to do the damage. Go ahead.
Fire.
All right. If you watch the movie even if you watch the movie Backdraft, you clearly see that fire has a. All right. right? It's almost like if it wants you, it's coming to get you. You can't run from a spirit. All right, go ahead. If the Lord's not with you, man. All right, if the Lord's not with you, that's it. Go ahead.
Oh, that was on a Family Guy when he was fighting the fire beat his head.
The fire game of business. Go ahead, brother.
It's Rock 39 and 29. It says fire and hail and famine and death.
And famine. There's about to be a famine in America. You got 50 extra million people in this country. And there's not enough food. There wasn't enough food to feed people who are already here. I want you to just, in your mind right now, imagine the lights go out. Like when the sun goes down, the lights don't come on. What do you think is going to happen? Utter chaos. Utter chaos. It's going to be nothing but murder, death, kill, rapes. It's going to be insane out here. All right? And there's not going to be any food in any of these stores or any of these places. And the strong is going to begin to prey on the weak.
They've been destroying food distribution centers. They've been setting them on fire.
Yep.
They've been killing
For the
millions.
last 3 years.
For the last 3
They've
years.
been destroying food distribution centers. All right? And your man Kill Gates has his hand in that. All right? The same man that want to give everybody the Band-Aid. So he figured if he's not going to kill you with the Band-Aid, he's going to starve you to death. All right? Marie, go ahead.
It says fire and hail and famine and death. All these were created for vengeance.
All those things were created for vengeance. All right? People have the opportunity to hear this gospel, to hear the actual truth. All right? They don't cost you anything. Right? And they scoff it. They scoff it. They don't pay attention. They walk by. Right? They scoff it, shake their head, laugh, light up another joint, talk, scoff, whatever they're gonna do. They're gonna scoff the truth. All right, and not listen. All right? Read.
Teeth of wild beasts is the spirit.
Teeth of wild beasts, and then the dog starts barking. All right, go ahead. Right, yeah, he better go up here and call the name of the Lord. Go ahead.
And scorpions, serpents, and the sword punishing the wicked to destruction.
Yep, I just watched a video and it showed you different wild beasts that people die by every year, right? And a lot of people die by jaguars. It seems like the jaguar is the key to killing people. It shows the lions, tigers, so many people get snatched by them. They just happen to wander too close to their habitat. Them damn jaguars down in South America, hey, they straight killers, right? Because among the big cats, they have the highest, because you always got these people living in the mountainous regions, all those states that surround the Rocky Mountains. They want to go running on the trails. The mountain lions don't get them. So anyway, it just shows you all these different beasts that kill. Now, crocodiles kill a lot of people. Crocodiles, alligators, those big ridiculously large snakes, that's down in South America, right? You got anacondas, you got the pythons, you got these big, the ones that go to be 30 foot long and as wide as this tree, right? They get, they can open up them, they swallow humans all the time. But nevertheless, what it's telling you is that these things be created for vengeance, man. That happens. Right? We all remember that story about 2 years ago. And that family went to Colombia to work. And I forget where they were from, but they were in Colombia. And they had the 8-year-old that was playing in the water. Right? And it's like, you don't play in the water in Colombia and a whole bunch of other places in South America. That's like going into the bodies of water in Florida. That would be really stupid for you to do. All right? Because you do got 15-foot, alligators walking around there. You start playing in some shallow water, thinking you get snatched and dragged out to the deep, idiot. right? That old lady with the poodle, yeah, two, right? We just watched two Edomites, right? Matter of fact, the three. You had the Indian lady got swallowed by the crocodile, the old white lady in Florida at the return home, they got snatched. And then you had some girl over in Australia, got some European visiting Australia, they got snatched by a 2,000-pound, 20-foot crocodile. They got swallowed up. And you had a couple people got swallowed by snakes. The Lord is behind it. That's the vengeance of the Lord. And that's, oh no, the Lord didn't do what Lord are you reading about? We just read the Lord in the Bible that he creates spirits for vengeance. He even put the spirit on these niggas out here. Right? Yeah. All right? To go shoot their own people, shoot their own brother. All right? Meanwhile, the enemy drive up and down and walk by them, and they won't say shit to them, but they'll be quick to shoot their own brother.
I got scripture for you.
Go ahead, brother. Bring it out.
This is Amos 3:6. Perfect. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and Yahweh have not done it?
If there be evil in the city, the Lord did it, man. When one of these niggas get the spirit on them to run up on their brother and harm their own brother, the Lord put that spirit on him. All right? The Lord put that spirit on him to do that, man. All right? Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 45:7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil.
Who does this?
The Lord, Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. I make peace and create evil. I, Yahweh, do all these things.
So it tells you, the Lord do all these things, man. The Lord does that. All right? He's the one that does it. It's not our words. Just come around the Bible. The same Bible that's sitting on your dresser. The same one that's sitting up there in the pew in that wicked church you go to. The same one that's in that Catholic church with that wicked touch on the children, Pope pedophile. Right? The same, it's in this book too. Right?
I got one.
Bring it
It's
out.
Deuteronomy 32:39. It says, see now that I, even I am he, and there's no God with me. I kill and I make alive.
What? Who does?
I kill and I make alive.
Lord, the devil didn't do that. The Lord did that. But see, because what you got to understand is that the Lord, what you've been lied about is that you got to understand that the Satan works for the Lord. He ain't some wild, uncontrollable rogue. Right. He just doing what the hell he want to do. No, he's not. It tells you in the book that he's one of the sons of God. It tells you that. All right? And he can only do what he's allowed to do. That's why when he came after Job, the Lord told him what he could and couldn't do. All right? It was a bet. He bet that, look, my man is not going to turn on me. And he bet, yes, he will. He said, because you treat him real good, that's why he obeys you. You take away that from him and he's going to turn on you. And the Lord knew the heart meaning the mind of his servant. He said, no, he's not. And he told him, you can do whatever you want, you can't kill him. So he told him, you can do what you want to him, but you can't kill him. And so he gave him one of the worst afflictions. And Job stood 10 toes down, stood on business, never transgressed the Lord, never spoke out against him.
His wife did.
Yeah. Bring it out, brother.
It says, I wound and I heal, neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand.
So if the Lord puts you into the hands of a spirit that he sent to end your life or to save your life, however it be, you can't be delivered out of his hand. Right? If the Lord wants you, he gonna get you. As simple as that, man. I don't care how tough you are, how many guns you got, how many homies you got, right? If the Lord wants you, right? Somebody back there said it. He gonna final destination you at. All right? Okay? There was about 15 years ago, right there on Michigan Avenue, they were building one of the new high-rise buildings. And there was a woman and her mother walking down the street pushing a baby cart. You can even probably find this on the internet somewhere. But she was pushing I forget if it was the mother or the grandmother. That part I don't forget. But they were pushing the baby in the baby car, and one of those big glass planes. You see how they build all these buildings, and they don't use materials. They just use glass now. And one of them glass things got loose and it fell. And it fell and it came down and it cut one of those ladies in half. All right, cut her in half, right down the street, the final destination. So I don't know if it was the mother or the daughter, but one of them was looking at their loved one cut in half. All right, and it happened right here in Chicago, right on Michigan Avenue. Right, so you can't tell me that the Lord did that, and that woman, whatever she did, she paid for it right then and there. You know, if that angel guided that glass right to her.
Right.
Her. All right? And it went right to her. All right? Go ahead.
It's the book of Job 2, and I'm going to start at 1. It says again, there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before Yahweh, and Satan came also among them to present himself before the Lord Yahweh.
Now, Christians would tell you that Satan was kicked out of heaven. How did he just come to heaven and show up to a meeting called to heaven if he was kicked out? But he still had his key and slid in the back door. He John Wick this way inside. And then it came to the meeting.
Right.
Go ahead, brother.
It says, verse 2, and Yahweh said unto Satan, from whence comest thou? And Satan answered Yahweh and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down it.
And I always point out the fact that that's the sign of the cross. The up and down, the to and fro. The only time it's mentioned in the Bible. Right? Just so you know, give you something to think about. That's your up and down, the to and fro. That's when Satan came. Go ahead. Just a little food for thought. Go ahead.
Job 2 and 3, and Yahweh said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and an upright man, and one that feareth Yahweh and escheweth evil.
Proving exactly what I said earlier. You know, and I often say to do. You can't say anything that you can't back up with scripture. If I say something that's not lining up with scripture, I'm going off. All right? And I don't want to do that. You know, because I actually feel it. Okay?
It says, and still he holdeth fast his integrity, although thou movest me against him to destroy him without cause.
There you go, man. So Satan went on this mission only because he was allowed to do it. All right? Because he was allowed to do it, man. That's it. He didn't just decide that he was going to go mess with Job. The Lord allowed him to go mess with Job. So contrary to popular belief, Satan is a loyal servant to the Lord, and his job is to do evil, to get you to go off, to get you to give in to your fleshly urges. All right. That's why in most rap music and R&B, all the lyrics is about your bitch. It can't be about, just some single woman that ain't got a man. It's got to be your girl, his girl. And it's like, these people have a love affair. They want to be with somebody else's woman instead of getting your own woman. The single woman right there, she single, ain't got no man. You ain't interested in her. You want the woman that got a man. You just a wicked ass nigga, and the Lord gonna kill you eventually, right? And that's exactly what's gonna happen to you, because the punishment for adultery is death. All right, go ahead.
1 Kings 22 and 19, and he said, hear thou therefore the word of Yahweh. I saw Yahweh sitting on his throne, and all the hosts of heaven standing by him on his right hand and on his left. And Yahweh said, who shall persuade Ahab that he may go up to fall?
So what you got to understand is what he's reading, that they're in heaven plotting out the death of somebody here on earth. That's what he's reading about. The Lord is like, who will go down there and kill this fool for me? All right? To give it to you in layman terms, so you understand. Read.
And Yahweh said, who shall persuade Ahab that he may go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead? And one said on this matter, and another said on that matter. And there came forth a spirit and stood before Yahweh and said, I will persuade it. And Yahweh said unto him, wherewith? it said, I will go forth, and I will be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets.
Man, this is one of my favorite stories of the Bible. This completely rips Christianity apart. All right, it does. It annihilates the things that they, the illusion, the fraud that they give you about the Most High, all right, and how things operate. All right, because here in heaven they were putting to death for somebody here. And so he said, what? How did he say he's going to do it?
And I will go forth, and I will be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets.
Right. So, like tonight, for example, you got a bunch of big fights tonight, and so if somebody praying to the left-hand side, them left-hand side messengers. That's what you call a demon or evil angel. Right. The Lord said He would send evil angels among them.
I got that.
That's scriptural. Right. And so those evil angels are telling you lies, and you believe in it. That's what happens in a lot of these churches. They don't get that. They think that they getting the Holy Ghost. No, you feel that evil angel is in you. All right, giving you the messages. All right, because what you're being given don't line up precept upon precept. The scriptures don't back up what you're saying and what you believe in. All right, and that's how you break this whole thing down.
All right. It says if nobody's there, if you speak in tongue and nobody's there to translate it, you don't edify anybody. Right?
Exactly.
So somebody has to be there to break it down. If you are speaking in tongue, if it really is the Holy Spirit, because even when you read in Acts, he said they were all astonished. He said we all heard them speak in their own language.
Right.
So
the tongues is a language.
It was translated.
Right. That's what it means. When somebody's speaking in tongues, that means they're speaking in another language. Right. My Spanish is very weak. I can pick up a few things and understand a few things. All right. But I can't have a fluent conversation. I get lost real quick. All right. So that's another tongue. So they're teaching in Spanish because we have people that don't speak English, so they need to hear this message in Spanish. Right. That's what the Spanish-speaking campus over there doing right now. All right. They're teaching in another tongue. That's what that don't mean a show to show ba 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 ba. Boom shakalaka, boom shakalaka. No, man, that ain't what I'm talking about, man. Oh, yabba dabba doo. Shut your ass up, man. You know?
Well, young people don't understand that yabba dabba doo phrase.
Just said no, man. That ain't what it's talking about, man. All right, it's literally talking about speaking in another language. All right, well, go ahead, read.
This is 1 Samuel 16 and 23. And it came to pass when the evil spirit from the Most High was upon Saul.
The evil spirit from where? From Satan?
From the Most High.
It came from on high. It came from the Lord, man. We keep telling you people, you don't know, y'all calling on earth pig. Right. All right? That's in case you didn't know, you can look it up and research it for yourself. That's what Jesus means. It literally translates earth pig. That's what it translates to. All right, go prove it to yourself. Prove me a liar. And you're gonna get your feelings hurt. Go ahead.
The spirit from the Most High was upon Saul. That
I just watched a couple videos where people called on earth pig and they got their heads blown the fuck off. Sandra Massey called on earth pig. Right. All right, now watch another video. What the guy was calling on earth pig, and they lit him up too. All right.
Hey, that woman.
That Edomite said, "I rebuke you in the name of earth pig," and he said, "Oh yeah, bow."
Yeah, she lit her up.
All right.
What was it, that one Edomite that tried to take Christianity to the Amazon tribe and they shot his ass up?
Yep. Exactly.
200 darts.
Yeah.
They hate him. They fucking hate him.
Damn. He came to bring them earth pig and he brought them dinner.
Right. He was
They was like, damn, we ain't never seen no meat like this.
another white
Like Jesus bet.
All right, so you keep calling on that false name if you want to, man. There is no power in that name. That is not the true name. It only takes a little bit of research to find out that the letter J is newly created. It didn't even exist until 1534. The Lord lived 1,500 years before that. So from the time of his death to the time the letter J was created, what would you call him? Duh. And somebody always they can go open their mouth. You know what I've learned in my life, if it's something that I don't know about, I'm not going to speak on it. Because you'll make yourself look real stupid when you start trying to argue with someone that they specialize. We specialize in this right here. Right? Right. Now, if you start, when you were talking about something else, that you know, like I don't know who the popular rappers are today. Matter of fact, it ain't, you know, they don't really rap no more anyway. I don't know what they call it. But nevertheless, regardless what you, I couldn't sit up and debate you about that, because then you're gonna know who Lil Durk and, you know, Lil Funk, Lil Dirty, and whoever. You're gonna know who all these guys. I don't know who these guys are. I can't argue with you about that. But you try to come at me with some history of the world and what happened to our people and how we got to this point, I'm gonna eat you alive. All right? That's now you done came into my realm. Right. All right? Go ahead, brother. Bring it out. Just Roman. Hold it. Let them bring this out. Let them finish this. We'll bring this out.
Anybody have a 15-11?
16. It says, verse 25, and Micaiah said, behold, thou shalt see in that day when thou shalt go into an inner chamber to hide thyself. And the king of Israel said, take Micaiah and carry him back into Ammon, the governor of the city, and to Joash, the king's son, and say, thus saith the king, put this fellow in prison and feed him with bread of affliction and with water of affliction until I came in peace. That shows that this truth comes with affliction, man, with persecution.
Yes.
All right? Verse 30, and the king of Israel said unto Jehoshaphat, I will disguise myself and enter into the battle. So put down on thy robes, and the king of Israel disguised himself and went into battle. But the king of Syria commanded his 32 captains that had ruled over his chariot, saying, fight neither with small nor great, save with only the king of Israel. And it came to pass, when the captains of the chariot saw Jehoshaphat, that they said, surely it is the king of Israel. And they turned aside to fight against him, and Jehoshaphat cried out. And it came to pass, when the captains of the chariots perceived that it was not the king of Israel, that they turned back from persuading him. And a certain man drew a bow at a venture and smote the king of Israel between the joints of the harness. Wherefore he said unto them, driver of the chariot, turn thine hand and carry me out of the host, for I am wounded. And he ended up bleeding out. You know? So once the Lord got that hit out on you, there's no escape.
Yeah. And he bled out. He died. Right? The Lord put that hit on him, and there's no escaping it, man, which is why you don't want to fall into the hands of the living power, man. One of the ways you can do that is by scoffing his prophets, scoffing the man who do his work, man. We come out here and we risk our lives and our freedom to do this. Right? There are people high up in the government, they don't want us out here doing this. They don't want our people to know what we're sharing with them. Now, we came out here was pushing Muslim, or pushing, 7-day Adventists, or any of that. We could be out here throwing up sets. They have no problem with that, right? But you come out here and you tell them, hey, y'all the true people of the book, that these stories are talking about you and your people. No, because they've already established a lie that somebody else is that we're looking at them on the bus. All right, a bunch of JOOs. Basically, those are not the people of the Lord, man. Them saltless people. They ain't got no salt, man. Our people got salt. Even in their wickedness, our people are smooth with wickedness. You know what I'm saying? Even when they do wicked shit, it's cool. All right, that's just Jacob, man. We are Jacob. We're the salt of the earth, man. We just have flavor. That's what we are. All right, but some people use it for good, and unfortunately, the majority of us use it for evil. All right, but go ahead, show them that point.
All right, so basically, like the elder had gone into, this is a 1611. So back to the point where the elder had said is that around the 1530s, they started, the letter of J was created, and then they started practicing incorporating. That's why
they actually put it into play in 1634. So 100 years later, you started seeing it. All right, in print. But they were talking about it and using it personally before that.
So this is the book of Joshua. As Jay can see, that's an I, not a J, in the 1611. So that would read what? Joshua. This is the book of Judges. There's no J, it's I.
And the I had a Y sound. That's why Jeremiah is really Jeremiah.
And here it is.
It's Jeremiah.
See here, that's an I, not a J. So this is the book of Jeremiah.
Because of the Lord's name is Yahweh. That's why those names are like that. All right? It's Jeremiah. All right? Yasharah. Yahweh. Yahweh. All right? Not Jacob, but Yahweh. All right? Okay? Now, let's get back to, you got it.
This Psalm 68, verse 18. Blessed be the Lord, both daily, loaded us with benefits, even the God of our salvation. Say lie. He that is our God is the God of salvation. Unto Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai belong the issues from death.
Right, so the issues of death come from on high, man. The Lord decides who's going to live and die. Not me, not you, not the officers. The Lord decides who's going to live and die, man. Simple as that, man. Okay? Because at any given moment, the Lord put the spirit on one of them to empty their cup home. That's awesome. Shit, right, you on the phone. Yeah, because you know phones have got a lot of people killed. Yeah. These last 10, 15 years or so, a lot of people was on their cell phone getting shut up, talking about they got it done. Right. They're like, gun, the person holding the phone like, where?
Right. Trying to go live and shit.
Right.
I'm just trying to go look. Now you unalive.
Exactly. Yeah, don't pull out no phone. If the police are coming, let's put your hands up. All right, if you got a phone, drop it. Don't, because you got a phone, that shit'll get you shot, man. Real talk. Like, I'm putting the phone down, officer. Put your phone down. Right? Go ahead.
This is the book of 1 Samuel 2 and 6. The Lord killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up.
Yeah, and the Lord's getting ready to kill or unalive a lot of people, man. All right? And look, you're running out. America's running out of time. All right? It's not normal now. Y'all think this is normal? That the world is normal right now? It ain't normal now. All right? You wait just a couple weeks, couple months, man. They're not gonna have that election. More than likely, it's not gonna happen. All right? They demonizing Jacob. First, they was demonizing the Venezuelans. Now they demonizing the Haitians. All right? So, and in these white superiorities, these good old boys, they want to come and they want to unalive all these Venezuelans. Well, when they start shooting Venezuelans, you think they're gonna not shoot at Mexicans? You think they not gonna shoot at niggas? Really? Good luck with that. All right? They coming for us all, man. They coming for us all. Right? And that time is near.
They say, I'm killing your little Mexican friend. I'm Cuban, B. Yes, Cuban, B.
Right, we gonna kill Cuban.
Cuban B too.
Exactly. Go ahead, brother.
This is 2 Nazareth chapter 5, verse 1. Nevertheless, as coming the tokens or the signs, behold, the day shall come that they which dwell upon earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. And that basically means that so many people are going to get ready to die. A lot of these people ain't even going to believe there is a God when they see all the fucking merciless killing that's going on.
And I've been telling people for a long time, you're going to be stepping over bodies like leaves falling off a tree, man. It's just going to be bodies everywhere.
And the smell going to be horrific.
The smell is going to be horrific. Matter of fact, in the days to come, there's going to be no garbage pickup.
Nope.
All right, it's getting ready to get real bad, man. Like you said, all these few food distribution places that's been destroyed. You're getting ready to have a famine. There ain't gonna be no food in these stores, all right? And I feel sorry for people with little children, because guess what people are gonna eat first? And it tells you that right in the Bible, man. Because a child, they can't really defend themselves against adults. All right? So these women with all these babies from all them 5, 6 baby daddies, all right, the ones that they like the least, the daddies they dislike the most, those will be the kids they eat first.
That's in the Bible.
You best believe that's biblical. That's right. And you're gonna realize she didn't really like to want them babies anyway. She just had them so she could drain you and drain the system. All right? Bring it out.
Since you mentioned that, Jeremiah 25:33. And the slain of the Lord shall be at that day from one end of the earth even unto the other end
The slain of the who? Who's going to do it? The Lord. Read it again.
And the slain of the Lord shall be at that day from one end of the earth even unto the other end
So
of
this
the earth.
thing is worldwide, man. Just like the, that thing that they put out and was giving everybody the Band-Aid. All right? That went worldwide, man. And the next one that's coming, and they're going to try to force the Band-Aid again. That's going to go worldwide.
They shall not be lamented, neither gathered nor buried. They shall be dung upon the ground.
Dung upon the ground, man. And now, I've been listening to all these different podcasts, and everybody's talking about the same thing. What they're talking about is the activation of all these. While they're talking to you about Haitians and Venezuelans, you got different Africans here. You got different Muslims here. They're from countries that America's actually at war with and at odds with. All right? They're already here. Military-aged men in shape. They ain't sitting up smoking. These cats can run, chase your ass down. All right? Beat you down. Shoot you down. And they coming. Right? And they all got cell phones when they came in. Right? And they gonna get that call. And then they all gonna report, and they gonna get suited and booted, right? And the same dude, that was standing next to you a couple days ago, he gonna be in their uniform on the other side, right? Marching through your neighborhood, kicking in your doors and snatching you out your house, right? Then we gonna see how tough you niggas really are, all you old block type cats. All right, we're going to see how tough y'all are when them troops start rolling down. All right, when them damn drones is flying overhead. All right, because it's coming, man. And only the people who have got the covering of the Lord over them is going to survive this. Everybody else is going to die. Now, here's the killer part. The Lord going to use some of y'all spirits of vengeance. He going to put the spirit on some Jake to go out and unalive a lot of these heathen, man. But at the end of the day, you just going to be another casualty. Because that's what we're coming to. That's the time that we're coming into. Go ahead, read. Bring it out, brother.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9 and verse 15. It says, I have said before and now do speak.
No, go to 9. We were going to read that anyway. Go down to 9 and read up.
Gosh, this is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9 and verse 9. Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments.
Right, so meaning abuse his ways, we set up here and gave you the warning, man. We told you who you are. All right, we told you the true name of the Lord. You refuse to call on us. All right, you refuse to change your ways. All right, you're still going to eat them abominable foods that we as a people are not supposed to eat. All right, because we didn't have people who right here listen to the whole message and believe it, pumping their fists. As soon as they hear they can't eat no pork, they out of there. You're going to give up your salvation over a nasty ass pig. Right? That was never meant for human consumption.
You want to taste my grandma's bread?
Right? Just so you know, a pig was never meant for human consumption. Right? If you went, as a matter of fact, not only if you went, but even now, still today, pigs were used to eat the shit of all the other animals.
Yep.
If you had a big farm, you always had pigs around. And the reason you had pigs around is so you wouldn't be stepping in horse shit, donkey shit, sheep shit, dog shit, chicken shit, because that's what the pigs ate. All right? Brother gave testimony many a times of how they know when people going out to the field, what the pigs follow you because they know you get ready to take a shit. Yep. So they wait for you to shit and then they go eat it.
Right.
All right. Pigs, that's what they are. They're natural garbage disposals. So, and you heard the term, you are what you eat.
Yep.
All right. So why would you kill an animal, cut its flesh and cook it, and all they eat is puke, throw up, and the bodies of other dead animals?
They're garbage disposal.
Why would you eat that? Are you out of your goddamn mind?
Make it a delicacy.
They got no sweat glands, so every disease and whatnot stays in their
All
body.
the parasites stay in them. So they full of toxins. How many videos you need to watch where they pour Coca-Cola on pig meat and all them worms come out of it? All right, even after it's been cooked. All right, that is not meant for human consumption. It is not cool. And who decided you was gonna eat that? Because we wasn't eating that until they came over here.
It's part of
Until when Esau came over here, he got both the northern and the southern kingdom eating that shit. But we wasn't eating that shit before they got their hands on us.
Hey,
All right,
Juan,
go ahead, brother.
even when it comes to shrimp, crab, lobster,
Same thing.
all that shit, man. All right, you eating that, making it a delicacy now. 50 years later, the ocean is dirtier than ever.
Yeah, that's why, because you took all the natural cleaners.
Not to mention that used to
Filters.
be inmate food. The
Yes.
seafood was fucking inmate food.
Exactly. That was prison food. All right, if you go back to the 1800s, the 1700s, all right, the 1600s, 16th century, 17th century, 18th century, they fed seafood to men that were or women that were incarcerated. All right, it was like punishment to eat that because things that crawl around, a crab or a damn crawfish, that's nothing but the same thing as a spider or water bug. Crabs are big ass water spiders. They just live in the water. All right, bring it out, brother.
This real quick, this is about the whole Swan's place. This is the book of Isaiah 66:17. It says, they that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree, and the mist eating swine's flesh, and the abomination and the mouse shall be consumed together, saith Yahweh.
And a mouse. Just a heathen, man. That shit Moab do. We gonna fix that. Only sausages they gonna eat, well, you know. They ain't gonna be all that shit that they doing, they ain't gonna be doing that no more.
They're gonna eat a plate of live crabs on a fat ass plate.
I done seen Moab eat all kind of live shit.
Yeah, crazy.
And that's cruel, man. To eat something alive. You can't you kill it and cook it? Hey, that's cruel as hell, man. But yeah, go ahead and read up to
I was gonna say one of my clients, Moab, she said they actually eat jellyfish. I said, do y'all eat the spines too? She said, yeah, we eat the tentacles too. That's where all the spines and shit is. That's the poison tentacles and shit. Jellyfish. She said, yeah, it's the consistency of a gummy bear. That's disgusting. That's fucking disgusting. Why would y'all
see Moab? They got those little kittens. They for pets, right? They pets. They're not to be skinned and thrown in the pot. You don't. That's not what cats are for, right? Dogs, yeah. We ain't on that meat shit over here.
Hey, that nigga from Lord of the Rings, the troll.
Right.
Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys.
Exactly.
God damn, man. Schmiegel.
Yeah, all the way to 15 where you was from.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9 and verse 10. It says, for such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me, and they that have loathed my law while they had yet liberty, and when as yet a place of repentance was opened unto them, understood not, but despised it.
So they despised the way of the Lord. And a lot of them that got benefits down here already. All right? I don't know how many more videos you got to watch where these celebrities to tell you that in order to get fame, you got to do those embarrassing rituals. You got to do those unmanly things. You got to get on your knees and bend over so you can succeed. All right? A lot of succeeding going on. All right? You got to do those acts, those shameful acts on video. Right? In order for you to get them $300 million movie deals and shit like that, man. All right? You're not going to get over on just your raw talent. You got to do something extra. Right? And you got people that made it and walked away from that life that are telling you this now. Right? Eddie Griffin is one of them. And he's a very talented actor and a comedian. And he could have been, but you know, Eddie wasn't willing to compromise his manhood, and it was a few other men that was just like him. I even heard Snoop said that he wasn't willing to put on no dress. Yeah. You know, he's about money that he missed out on because he wouldn't put on a dress.
He gave him his son.
Damn.
You can have my son.
Wow.
Did all types of weird shit.
Well, when you see Will gave up his whole damn family.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh,
The one that's normal don't want to be around
they
there.
have shit to do with him.
You don't see that nigga in none of the family pictures. The same with the Wade family. The one normal son, that nigga took his ass to Africa to play basketball. You niggas need to get away from me as fast as possible, bro, because y'all are weird, bro.
These niggas are crazy. Get the fuck up
Right.
out of there, man.
Love their ass from a distance.
Right.
Yeah, phone call. Yeah, happy birthday, mom.
Continuing on. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9 and verse 12. The same must know it after death by pain.
There it is, man. Death by pain. That's what's coming to you, man. You ignore the prophets, you ignore this message. Death by pain is going to come to you, man. All right? Bring it up. You've been holding something for a while, brother.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 66, and verse 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind,
way over there.
to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 66, and verse 15. For behold, Yahweh will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire.
So the Lord got a thing with fire, man. He gonna use fire a lot, man. Because fire is the ultimate cleansing agent. So he's got to clean this place up, man. And he's gonna use fire to do it.
For by fire and by a sword will the Lord plead with all flesh. That word plead goes to the word judge. And the slain of the Lord shall be many.
And the ultimate sword today is those ICBM, arrows that fly from one end of the earth to the other. And now you can see all the nations aligning themselves against Babylon and the gutter rats. And we've said it many a times, it's getting ready to be the gutter rats in Babylon against the whole world.
The whole world.
The whole world is coming against them.
That's right.
And that's exactly what's about to happen. And he can't have that.
Read.
Go ahead.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 17, starting at verse 1. For great are thy judgments, and cannot be expressed. Therefore, unnurtured souls have erred. For when unrighteous men thought to oppress the holy nation, they being shut up in their houses, the prisoners of darkness, and fettered with the bonds of long night, lay their exile from the eternal providence. For while they supposed to lie hid in their secret sins, they were scattered under a dark veil of forgetfulness, being horribly astonished and troubled with strange apparitions. Right? That's the point, right? Hey, the Lord gonna bring your worst fears to life.
Yes. That's what the concept of the story of Stephen King is. All the people that were tormented again were tormented by the things that actually made them afraid. So, some people have a horrific fear of spiders. That's probably gonna be how you die.
I fucking hate spiders.
All right, some people have fear of rats, or snakes, whatever it is. All right, what was the character? Indiana Jones. It was Snake. This dude would do all kind of shit, risk his life, but then snakes he would get petrified.
Right.
It's like really.
The movie, I forget which Batman it is, but it's the character Scarecrow, right? Whatever you scared of, he had this, right, hallucinating kind, the fear toxin, and whatever you was afraid of, it came to life, so you thought,
Right, so you hallucinate your worst fear.
That comes from the
some people, some people's fear of being beaten. Some people's fear of being raped. Right? So whatever your fear is, or in some cases, whatever your device is.
Exactly.
We always talk about how these women jump from man to man. They on his pole today, on another dude pole tomorrow, and when these lights go out, they gonna get a whole lot of poles. This time, they ain't gonna get to pick and choose. Right? They gonna be unwilling but still participate. Right? You're gonna be an unwilling participant in this in this here, you know, exchange.
That dude from 300, he said, "This will not be over quickly. You will not enjoy this, and I'm not your king." That's what y'all bros gonna go through, man.
Yeah. And right. And the lose gonna be the one more guy's children. Right? That's what he do. That's what he do. Man, you'll be like, oh, this so wait, yeah, because 5 dudes busted. It's gonna get real graphic and nasty, man. You best believe it. Go ahead.
This is Proverbs 3 and 25.
And I don't feel sorry for you already. That's right. All right, I'm gonna open it.
That's just not my problem.
Go ahead. Proverbs 3 and 25. We're about to see a lot of shit, man. We're gonna see evil, age, death, whatever. And you got to keep it moving, man. You got to keep your wits about you. It says, "Be not afraid of sudden fear, neither of the desolation of the wicked when it cometh. For the Lord shall buy thy confidence, shall be thy confidence, and shall keep thy foot from being taken."
There it is, man. You should keep thy foot from being taken. Why? Because the spirit of second Ezra is upon the earth. Right? Destruction is upon the earth. Can we get that fire now? Read about that fire.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 12, verse 49, NLT. This is Luke 12, 49 in the NLT. "I have come to set the world on fire, and I wish it were already burning."
There it is, man. Bring out that scripture. I mean, that article.
God. This
is going on right now, by the way.
Yep. This is from TheGuardian.com. And it was published on Thursday, September 12, 2024. It says Los Angeles hit by double whammy of wildfires and earthquake. Residents rattled by a 4.7 magnitude quake while firefighters work to put out blazes east of the city. Millions of residents in Los Angeles area were rattled by a 4.7 magnitude earthquake that hit early on Thursday morning. It came as the region continues to battle multiple wildfires that have yet to be brought under control. And the elder said it earlier. It's 3 wildfires going on that's destroying 5 counties, man. Beautiful. Imagine how big those fires have to be.
We're talking about fires that are big as Chicago.
Right.
So you got to think about it. Imagine a fire that's burning as big as this damn city. You start driving from Indianapolis Boulevard, all right? You know, trying to drive all the way up to Howard, right? To Toohey Road, and there's a fire the whole time, right? All right? Thousands upon thousands of acres of land is burning, man.
It's like plumes of smoke everywhere. It's some scary shit, man. Like that's really fucking horrifying to be in the midst of it.
Yeah, because there ain't no escape.
Ain't no escape.
You say that big as Chicago, you can't get out of it.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's reaching tall. It's tall as fuck. Flames just ablaze, bro. That's some scary shit.
I'll jump down a little bit in this article. It says California is only now heading into the teeth of wildfire season, but already has seen nearly 3 times as much acreage burned than during all of 2023.
Wow, that's crazy, man. And the Lord is really, man, this really could be, the Lord is really turned up, man.
That's right.
All right? Which is also why I believe so wholeheartedly that they're getting ready to do some shit. They have no choice because all the other the BRICS countries, they so far ahead, they got gold and silver-backed currency, and the digital currency is live. So America has to play catch-up, right? So in order to get everybody off this dollar, they got to do something to it. So they're already telling you that, you know, we've been warned about the activations of all however many millions of people that's here already, right? They're warning of T attacks. They're warning of T attacks on the internet. They're warning of pestilence, right? Because they already got another Band-Aid ready, right? Then you got World War III and the Civil War. It's all that shit's on the table, man. Right? It's basically Americans against the G. right? And everybody drunk this money. That's America, man. And so all this is so you're just one pull away from some chain reaction shit. Yeah. And we've all had something time when stuff starts falling. It's just so you trying to use your hands to protect shit. You can't stop it, man.
I just seen the video on TikTok. It was in this factory. They all had like these cans stacked up. It was nothing but like aluminum cans there, like you got in like a pop factory or some shit like that. One of them failed. One powder of the cans failed. They hit another one. Then they hit everything over there. And it was like hundreds of thousands of cans on the ground.
Wow.
It wasn't shit they could do about it. The person was right there. He seen the shit falling. He took off. Said, nope. He got the fuck up out of that. And it just like a mountain of cans just rolling down the aisle in the factory.
Damn. Anybody? So whoever got caught up, they was done.
Didn't they have to restack those too? If I remember right.
Shoot. That is like God might have quit right there on the spot.
For real. I definitely
You know what? My recommendation. Right. You know? Right, you how my heart.
Y'all got it.
I got a precept real quick.
Bring it out, brother.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra 16:1. What will be unto thee, Babylon and Asia? Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. And woe means destruction. Gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair, and bewail your children, and be sorry for your destruction is at hand. It says, a sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? And what, right, and how about Shemal Shai, the one that's bringing all these plagues, man? And before the actual missiles hit this place, is going to be all out hell and chaos on this land of America, man, and different parts of the world. It says, verse 6, may any man drive away a hungry lion in the wood, or may anyone quench the fire in stubble when it has begun to burn. May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer. It says, the mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? Right, so ultimately when these plagues begin to be sent forth, man, nobody can turn them away, man. Once your help out Shemal Shai, delivers this destruction, what? It's going to, basically do the things that it set out to do.
Yeah, and similar to go ahead. The same things that happened in ancient Egypt when the Lord sent those plagues. You know what I mean? To separate them and let them know this is what's going to happen. We're in modern day spiritual Egypt, and those plagues are going to happen again. But this time it's not going to be it's going to be all over for Esau Edom. There's nothing he's going to be able to do. Just like he destroyed Pharaoh's army then, he's going to destroy Esau Edom as this time around with that thermonuclear fire, those ICBM missiles along those chariots. But the fire has to get started, and that's what you're seeing now. The Lord starting those fires. He's building up for this grand finale, and there's no turning it back.
It says, 2nd Ezra 16:9, a fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? It says, he shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? That's why the scriptures say, the Lord is coming with fire and with his chariots, to basically deliver that judgment. It says, verse 11 says, the Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to the powder at his presence? Because ultimately, the ones that's going to make it on the source of the America is the elect, man. Everybody else is going to die.
That's right. That's absolutely right, man. If you're not of the elect, you're going to get that death by pain.
I got, I'm going to jump down.
Revelation 14 and 17, it says that another angel came out of the temple, which is in heaven. You got a lot of deaf angels that waiting to do their job. It says, which is in heaven, he also having a sharp sickle. And another angel came out from the altar, which had power over fire, and cried with a loud cry to him that had the sharp sickle, saying, thrust in thy sharp sickle, and gather the clusters of the vine of the earth, for her grapes are fully ripe. And the angel thrust in the sickle into the earth, and cast it, and gathered the vine of the earth, and cast it into the great winepress of the wrath of the Most High.
There it is, man. A wine press, and if you understand how wine is made, it's very violent, especially if you're a grape.
Right.
Right? It's very violent, especially if you're a grape. So the Lord is actually comparing you to a grape in a wine press. right? And it's 2 times in the Bible where he does that.
Tramp.
Right? He talks about trampling or stomping the wine press.
It's Revelation 14 and 20. It says, and the winepress was trodden without the city, and the blood came out of the winepress, even unto the horses' bridle, by the space of 1,604 logs. That's pretty much to estimate over 3,000 football fields to the size of a 7-foot tall horse. That's how much blood is going to be out there.
The bridle, for anyone who doesn't know, is that thing that's in the horse's mouth that you use when you control the reins. Right? It's like a bit in their mouth. Right? So that's and the blood, right? Because a horse, when they're standing up, his mouth is about right here on the average horse. Right? You know, the mouth is about right there, and that's pretty tall. That's an ancient horse. You know, so we talking about ancient horses. Right? Everything was bigger in the ancient world. So people, animals, everything was bigger. Bear, massive bear, because you know the grizzly bear, polar bear is about 9 foot tall, 2,000 pounds. So, you know, they probably were about, 13, 14 foot tall. Oh, man. Yeah, you talking about this fucking tree. Right? Yeah. You know? And they smart. You know, they're not all white out. They know that you can see their nose. You see a black dot come at you, you know, you should probably skedaddle. What the polar bear would do is they'll push a block of ice and walk right up on you, because they'll hide their nose with the block of ice. And their fur, they blend it in, especially if it's windy and a little snowy. And next thing you know, the trees stand up.
Oh shit!
And you lunch.
You can't run.
Yeah, right. Then you gonna come back and eat your friends later. Right? Go ahead, brother.
Just real quick, back in the second chapter 16, I'm gonna get to the point, verse 16 and 17. It says, woe is me who will deliver me in those days, right? Because ultimately what everyone has received the vision how bad it's gonna be, in this modern times, man. Which also proves the reincarnation. It says, verse 18, it says, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? That's why Daniel the 12th chapter says, it's going to be a time like never before. It's going to be a very, very bad time.
And we're the only people that's actually looking forward to this. Right? We're actually excited about this. I can't wait for it to happen. Right? I hope the lights go out tonight. And never come back on. Let this shit happen, man. Right? Let Babylon fall, man, so we get the hell out of here.
This is the same thing that's happening right now in modern day Egypt. This right here is how ancient Egypt fell. And it says economical and political unrest also led to the weakening of the ancient Egyptian empire. There were huge inequalities in the distribution of wealth among the elites and the rest of the population.
That's exactly what's going on now. It's a class.
Yeah, because now you just have basically what they're making is basically super wealthy and the working poor, because people that were middle class are becoming working poor now, and the poor and the very poor people are just getting ready to all be homeless. I mean, it's done. This place is finished. Once they killed the middle class, it's done. There ain't no coming back for it. I'll tell you, this place will not survive another pandemic. It will not a scandemic, right? So when they release whatever they gonna release again, right? And then they try to force the new Band-Aid, America's not gonna survive it, right? Simple as that.
It says many people began to distrust the government and religious authority. The continuous wars created huge expenses and weakened the economic power of the pharaoh.
You know what? That's exactly what's happening. That's exactly what's happening. People don't trust the government. They don't trust the leaders. They come lying every day. Your president just said, the video out, they don't have any actual troops in any combat zones. While the troops were recording it and then turned the camera on themselves. They were in the combat zone. I mean,
Since when is America not in an active war?
exactly.
This is the hammer of the earth, man. 250
Matter
years.
of fact, we're going to finish with that. Having the earth break, that's the last thing we're going to wrap it up.
Third, the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, in verse 11.
Jeremiah 50 and 23. God. So, it's the book of Jeremiah. Matter of fact, yep, 50 and 23. Start at 22. The sound of battle is in the land, and of great destruction. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken?
Right, so Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, has been the hammer of the whole earth, and now he's broken. He's cut asunder. He's over. Right? Hey, so with that, man, we're going to give all praises, all honor and glory unto Yahweh. Paul
I'm trying to find me a young shooter mic tonight.